Hi, good morning, and welcome back to Create, Share, Inspire podcast. This is episode 513, and we're live in Southwest Florida in my beautiful tropical backyard. If you're joining me live, please say hello. If you end up watching the recorded version, I would also love to hear from you. Please always feel welcome to ask me questions, whether we're live or in the recorded version. I mean, that's really one of the most wonderful components or aspects of this video podcast, for me anyway, is that I am able to open myself up to answer any questions you may have about crafting or anything else that we talk about. Good morning, Grace and Pamela. Thanks for joining live. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Hi, Lily and Rebecca. Hi, Lisa. I miss some. Hi, Anna and Judy and Jill, Pamela, Edna, Christine, Brenda. Oh, they went fast. Melissa, I missed a few names. Hi, Carrie, Barbara, Cherie, um, Lily. Thanks, Christine. Hi, Renee and Melanie. Good morning, everybody. Thanks so much for joining me live. Hi, Dana. Went a little late with the podcast this morning because I was busy sending out the week 2 update for 52 crochet gifts. So those of you who have already ordered the 52 crochet book, 52 crochet gifts book, you should have received a second email this morning with the update with week 2 patterns. So I know I promised that it'll be 2 patterns each week, but I couldn't decide this week's between these 4, so I added all 4. Going forward, it'll probably be 2 new patterns each week until we fill out the whole book. But so as of right now, there should be 9 patterns in your week 2 ebook update for 52 crochet gifts. I've started doing videos for the first 5 patterns, so there is a video with tips and tricks on how to do the Evelyn earrings. There is a video for, what other one? Oh, we did a video yesterday with the chain loop edging for the Linda cowl. Oh, these would look nice together too. This has that beautiful braided chain loop edging. And so I did a video showing you how to do that chain loop edging and even talked about how to add it to other types of projects. Let's see, get that lobia sitting just right. Yeah, there's the twist. There's the twist. So, oh, and then I will be doing video tips and tricks for the Rachel fingerless mitts. I'm going to show you how to do that stitch pattern for the post-stitch floral stitch pattern. And then we've got the Faith coasters and the Phoebe pouch. And then this week I added some new patterns. This is the Sandy beaded scrunchie. So I recently heard that scrunchies are back in style, and I don't know about you, but I loved scrunchies back in the 90s because they're so much more delicate for your hair. So hearing that they're back in style, and now being a crochet designer, I didn't crochet in the 90s, I was like, this is going to be great because I can take any hair tie like I do for the, what do we call those hats where we keep a hole for the bun? Oh my gosh, what do we call those? You know, the hats that we do with the hole in the top so that you can, messy bun hat, that's what it is. And so when I make messy bun hats, I always start them by crocheting around a hair tie and then working the hat down. Well, I thought I could do that same thing for hair ties, for making a scrunchie. So you start by working a round of single crochet around the hair tie, and then in this particular pattern we split off then and then do 2 different tiers of a beaded edging to make it nice and fluffy and voluminous. Isn't that gorgeous? This uses Be So Sporty yarn and some 6mm fire polished beads. I'm not going to put it in my hair this morning only because my finger's a little off and it'll take both hands to do it, so I'm going to pass. I will show you how I wear it in my hair on another day, but I just want my finger to get a little bit better still, so I hope you can understand and be patient with me on that. But you can definitely see how adorable this is going to be for a scrunchie. Yes, Lisa, I do have beads in my shop, and I'm going to be selling more beads in my shop later this week. I will be putting together more beads because there's going to be more beaded projects in the books. These 6mm fire polish beads, I will have those in several colors later this week. And I do have the 4mm crystal beads that we use in these earrings as well as in some of the other projects, including another project this week that is brand new, and that's the Ava beaded bracelet. And this is so incredibly gorgeous. It has like a marble sized bead alternated with little sections of 4mm crystal beads that we do in clusters in this pattern. And then for a closure, I use a glass cup bead, which is really beautiful. This is the silver one, and I'm going to be selling those cup beads for in gold and silver later this week as well. So that is the closure. Again, my hand's a little messed up, so I can't really show you the technique of doing it too much, but you create a chain loop on one side of the bracelet and you add the button to the other side of the bracelet, and that ends up being the closure. And so it's beautiful on its own. It's so decorative, it hardly looks like a button or a clasp or a closure. So it ends up being a super decorative closure for the bracelet. How beautiful is that? And obviously you could adjust the size any way you want because it's a very simple construction. You start with the button loop and you make the bracelet as long as you want, alternating the clusters of 3 crystal 4mm beads and the larger 10mm beads. I love this bracelet so much. I'm so excited about it. That's called the Ava bracelet. So if you've already pre-ordered 52 crochet gifts, you can, it's already in your ebook. If you want the bracelet or the scrunchie or anything else I'm showing individually, they're all available so far in my single pattern shop as well. Please include beads in my cart. Yes, I'm going to be adding a lot more beads to my shop this week. I'm just still catching up from being injured, so just if you could just have a little patience with me, I would appreciate it so much. I'm working as fast as I can and trying to get everything done, but I promise later this week I will have more things available in the shop as well. Yes, the doctor asked, I got bit by a spider 10 days ago and it got infected, and then I had a lymph node infection from there, and I've been on incredibly high doses of antibiotics and almost everything is cured. I'm just still having the last couple days of healing in my finger, but definitely on the road to recovery. Okay, 2 more patterns to show you from the new releases this week for 52 crochet gifts. And the next one will require me to take this Mobius off to show you the next one. This is the Frankie 4-way cowl. This, when you see the stitch pattern, you're going to love this. It is these tiny little tiles that you make one tile, and then you make the next tile, and then you make the next tile, and then you make the next tile, and then you come around and make the next row of tiles, and then the next row of tiles, and then the next row of tiles, but it's all done in one continuous piece of yarn. So it's like making little motifs, but not cutting the yarn between motifs. They're super simple, and the construction is going to be so much fun to learn. And once you get this stitch pattern, you can only imagine how many different things you can make with it then too. You could make a whole Afghan with this, but I think you're going to really, really love the stitch pattern. Then, there's more. So I made it into a simple scarf, a simple shorter scarf. So you could obviously wear it just as a simple short scarf. But I added buttonholes on one side, and I added buttons on both sides on the other side. And the reason I did that is so you could button it, take the earrings out too, so that you could button it on both sides of the fabric. So if you want to wear it as a singular cowl, you would button on one side to make it a perfect loop. If you wanted to make it a Mobius cowl with the twist, you would add the buttons on the opposite side. And that would make more sense if I set this down. So the next thing I want to show you is that you could also just add 1 or 2 buttons, or add buttons in the wrong order to just create a simple wrap around your neck as well. So you could do it like this. So, and when you see the photos, you'll see what I mean. You could style this in a number of ways because of the way you can change up those, the buttons. Having buttons on both sides means you could either join it in a cowl loop, or you could join it with a twist to create the Mobius loop, or do something like this, which would be a hybrid of between the Mobius and the cowl, or you could just leave it completely flat and not use the buttons at all. So the trick to that is having buttons on both sides, and that's what gives you the 4 different ways that you can style a scarf like that. And you could do that to any scarf, so it doesn't have to just be this scarf. So once you learn the concept in the pattern, you can apply it to other patterns as well. And that's the Frankie cowl. It's part of the week 2 update, but you can also order it individually if you like as well. These are seashell buttons. These are shell buttons that I just found at my local craft store. Pretty standard stuff. You could find them anywhere. Yes, you could make it into a capelet, Cherie. If you made it a little bit longer, that would definitely work as well, but I think I could make a short one just by doing 1 button here. Yeah, I love the shell buttons too. Nice and simple. So yeah, there's the little capelet as well. And if you made it a little bit longer, a little bit wider, this is Be So Cozy yarn, which is my number 4 worsted weight yarn that is merino wool and bamboo blended together. It is super soft and super cozy and perfect for winter, for fall and winter. All right, and that means there's one more pattern to show you, and I'm super excited to show you this. I know I say that about all of them, but you have to remember, I know what I'm going to show you months in advance, sometimes months in advance, sometimes weeks in advance, and I know it's going to be awesome, and I think it's great, and I know you're going to think it's great too. So when I don't get to tell you the secrets right away, the excitement builds up. I know, drum roll please. Okay, so for years now, I've been wanting to make wine glass charms with crochet motifs. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I've seen regular charms on the wine glass charms, and I thought, why couldn't we do that with little teeny tiny crochet motifs? So I needed to come up with, and I thought to make the pattern substantial, I needed to have more than 1 motif in there. Let's see, how did I organize these? So for this pattern, there are 5 different motifs. So I'm going to start by showing you each one individually and then showing the, so, okay. So you could, okay, so then you could also make all 5 motifs and then make a set of those 5. Or you could make each one of those motifs in multiple colors and make that a set. So there's different ways you could make them a set. And you could also bead them. I didn't bead them because I felt like there was enough in this enough going on in this pattern, but you could totally bead them as well. So these are bow ties. How great are those? So I did the bow ties in multiple colors. So we have Aloha Blue, Sun-Kissed Yellow, Crushed Berries, Raven, and Calypso Lime. And so I've got them all attached together so I didn't lose them, but each one of these will attach to the stem of a wine glass, and I'll have more photos eventually to show you as well, like as I'm using them. But these are super easy to find. I have the wine glass charm loops available in my Amazon shop, and I've also got the rings in my Amazon shop, and the yarn is Be So Fine. Now, if you don't want to put them on wine glasses, you could make these charms for earrings. You could make these charms for all sorts, keychains, all sorts of other things. A bag charm. Whoops, I dropped all of them. Okay, so we've got the bow ties, and there's a chart for each of these charm styles as well. Wow, I made a mess of these, attaching them all together. I shouldn't have. I wanted to attach them all together so I wouldn't lose them, but it looks like I've made a mess attaching them all together. So these ones are stars. How cute are the little stars? Isn't that adorable? So I've got the stars done in Chantilly lace and pure gold and ice silver fox and stormy sea. I love the stars too, Cherie. And wouldn't those make great earrings? So don't be limited to the wine glass charms. You could do these for all sorts of other things as well. Any of them would make great earrings or charms for any number of other things. A charm for a handbag, a charm for a book bag. Okay, then we've got butterflies. Look at how cute the butterflies are. So I did these in a bunch of colors, but then did the stem that makes them a butterfly in Raven. So we've got Celestial Blue Mist and Tropical Hot Coral. Yes, a gift charm, absolutely. Aloha Blue, Calypso Lime, and Passionate Plum. So they're each individual though. Let me see if I can get one off here for you. And I didn't even think to bring a glass to show you, but I think everybody knows what they look like on the stem of a glass, right? So there's one of the butterfly charms. Yes, these will all work to be put on handmade cards as well. Yes. Oh, I have one more star. I did this one in Harbor Fog as well. Okay, and then the last two shapes. So we've shown 3 shapes so far. We did a bow tie, a butterfly, and a star. And I also did a little flower. Got the little flower in $1 Million Red, Calypso Lime, Caribbean Turquoise, Aloha Blue, and Sun-Kissed Yellow. Yes, they'd definitely be great for earrings as well. And think about with the flowers, you could even do 2 or 3 flowers attached and dangling down. They're so light that they'd still make light earrings even if you kept them longer. And then we have a delicate little heart as well. So now I'll show you one each of these so you can see what they would look like as an assorted set as well. So here's a heart and a bow tie, and let's see, what colors did I get? Okay, we'll get a little hot blue then for the butterfly. Oh, I had one off already. Shoot, okay. So we've got a bow tie, a heart, and a butterfly, and a flower, and let's pick a star. Here we go, and we've got a star. So if you wanted to make an assorted set, and remember, you could make as many as you, what if somebody needed 12 or 15, or if you're doing them for, what if you're doing for a baby shower, or no, maybe a wedding shower, you could make them for everybody as to put on their glasses, and then also to be the takeaway gift that they take home. Yep, you could match them in color to the Faith coasters too, absolutely. So here's the butterfly and the star and the flower. I love these so much. And the heart, and the heart, and the bow tie. So you could mix and match them together. You could make them more thematic. You could make your theme based on the color. There's all sorts of ways you could mix and match this, and there's so many applications, not just for wine glass charms, but for charms in general. You could actually add them all to a necklace. In fact, now that they're on a ring, you could add them to a chain necklace even. What if you did just all the flowers or all the butterflies on a chain necklace for a little girl? That would be adorable. I think there's lots of ways to do this. And so the pattern is $1.99 on its own. It's called the Harlow Charm Pattern. And if you can either download that by itself, or you can order 52 crochet gifts, and it is one of the 52 patterns in the book. The pattern includes all 5 instructions, all 5 motif instructions, and all 5 motif charts. And that rounds out the first 9 patterns in the book. So week 3 will be updated next week with more patterns. Hi, Cindy. Does anybody have any questions for me? Next week, we will have a show-stopping necklace that matches the Evelyn earrings. I'm super excited to show you, and that's going to be called the Whitney necklace. Very excited to show you that one. And I've got another necklace coming. Oh, got so much to show you. Hi Dee, hi Thea. Thanks Renee, I'm glad you're excited too. I think Cherie's asking about the coasters. The coasters were in week 1, so they'll be in every week going out from now on. Brenda, these are all in my newest book, 52 Crochet Gifts, and they're all available as single pattern downloads if you only want to pick and choose and don't want the entire 52 pattern set. What's my cat's name? I have 2 cats. I have Bjorn and Becker. Thanks for the link, sweet Melissa. Someone asked about links. Did not see the whole thing. Thanks, Renee. I appreciate it. Thank you, Anna. Yes, my cats are adorable. I love them so much. They are absolute sweethearts. Yeah, you're gonna love the necklace for sure, Cindy. I know you are. Does anybody have any? Yeah, I'm always busy, Judy. Yes, the new, once you've ordered the ebook, you automatically get the updates every week with the new patterns. Yeah, once you've ordered the ebook once, you don't have to do anything else. I just send you new patterns every week until you get the full 52. When will the book become available? The paperback, I don't have a release date for the paperback yet. I won't until we get a little closer to the end. Yes, everything in the book is going to be relatively easy and quick. I can't make everything a 1-hour project, but I can make everything something that you can make within a weekend. And that's really been my focus, is to, some things will only take an hour or two, like the bracelets are not going to take very long. The charms individually don't take long. It takes a while to make a bunch of them. Earrings don't take long. You know, some of the bags are going to take longer than an hour, but even something as complicated as the post stitch of these gloves, the fingerless mitts, it's still something that you can do within a weekend. I want to make sure everything is doable for gifts when people have other commitments and jobs and families and other things to do. So there won't be anything that takes 20 hours in the book. Everything's going to be, you know, something that you can do within a weekend or within a week. So that's how the whole structure is. It's a 52 projects because you could totally do one project within a week. And I don't mean as a full-time retired person that only crochets. I mean somebody that has lots of other commitments. If you spend a little time each day, anybody could make these within a week. If you're, if you're focused. Yeah, Kimberly, you'll get lots of satisfaction from being able to finish smaller projects. Absolutely. You're welcome, Pamela. I'm glad you like everything. Yep, Be So Baby Yarn is on sale. That's correct, Cherie. Jill's going to make the Linda Mobius for 5 different friends. That's awesome. You can make them in different colors, or you could make them all in the same color. Oh, you can also make this in one color. It doesn't have to be in stripes. I just thought that the 2 colors really helps amplify the braided edging, but the braided edging would still show up even if you did it in one color as well. I don't know, Pamela. I haven't decided if I'm going to be selling samples on Black Friday this year. Haven't decided. I have been thinking about it, but you know, there's always that conflict, because eventually I'm going to go back on the road and I'm going to need samples to set up to show people what's in the books, to sell books and yarn, and I get conflicted about how far back I need those samples to go. So it'll depend. So the things that I would be considering selling are samples from Free Patterns on my website, samples from Motif Magic, and samples from 80 Handmade Gifts. I'm not ready to part with anything from Layers Crochet and Layers Knit because those are books that are still current, and would be relevant to take on the road with me. So I am still weighing the pros and cons of it. Oh, lots of congratulations for Cherie. So I'm guessing she mentioned she's going to be a grandma. Yes, I heard about it on Facebook, but congratulations, Cherie. Yeah, anybody that wants to stock up on Be So Baby yarn while it's on sale, go for it. Absolutely. You're welcome. Does anybody have any other questions? Oh, I knew I brought my water out here. No, I don't have sample crocheters. I make everything myself. Oh, thank you, Doctor. You have a great day as well. Glad to see you back. All right, would anybody like to pick a number between 1 and 7, and I will randomly pick a quote from our Create, Share, Inspire notebooks. Yes, eventually I will be going back on the road or doing retreats here, haven't decided, but at some point I will be doing things in person which will require samples. So that's why I'm conflicted about a sample sale at the moment. But if possible, I will be listing things for Black Friday because I think that that would be really wonderful. Okay, let's find something we haven't read recently. Someone said 7. We've done a lot of these. Oh, this is a good one. Dave, I've been criticized for being too enthusiastic for most of my life. You know, when people are being critical. But anyway, I don't care. I love being enthusiastic about whatever I'm excited about. This is by David Starr Jordan. So long as enthusiasm lasts, so long is youth still with us, right? You're as young as you feel. You're as young as you behave and act. And so thank you, David Starr Jordan. So long as enthusiasm lasts, so long is youth still with us. I love that, yes. And I love getting ridiculously excited and enthusiastic about things. So there, I don't care. I really don't. It makes me so happy and makes me filled with joy. And for taking time out of your busy day to spend a few minutes here with me, I hope you enjoyed my beautiful backyard and the book. Check your email for the new update, which should have 9 patterns in your book now. And if you haven't ordered the book yet, or you want to check out the patterns individually, you can check all of that out on my website, and I will be sending out an email later today with all of this information as well. Have new videos, tutorials this week for the Linda Mobius you might want to check out, and I have a video for tips and tricks on the Evelyn earrings, and more coming soon, so you might want to subscribe to my channel so you'll get those notifications as soon as the videos are live. Let us make time to create, share, and inspire today and every day. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.